Welcome to Belgro's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Candidate slate. Renowned Trinidadian filmmaker Daniel De Fontana passes away. PDP silent as Tobago election race intensifies, and $131 million tea and tech workers settlement. Good evening, I am Lavian Cupid and you're locked into the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 24th November 2025. Now to our top story this evening. Alleged internal tensions within the Tobago People's Party TPP have seemingly spilled into the streets as a prominent party member has taken to social media with harsh criticism of Chief Secretary Farley Augustine's candidate selection process ahead of their candidate announcement later this evening. Here's more from reporter Joel Green-George.
Longtime PDP, now TPP party stalwart Ava McCall posted 2 videos to social media yesterday questioning party decisions surrounding preparations for the Tobago House of Assembly elections that were shared in a letter posted to the party's Facebook page. The party has been screening candidates since mid-November, with the process ending after midnight on November 18th. McCall expressed frustration over the candidate selection for 13 of 15 electoral districts, with Mason Hall Maria and Buku Mount Pleasant seats still under deliberation.
I better meet and bring with 15 candidates. Make sure I bring them. Tobago is small and we don't know everything.
The Mason Hall Maria seat has 4 contenders, including incumbent Ian Whitey Pollard, who serves as Secretary of Housing, Settlements and Rural Development. McCall defended Pollard's record and questioned why leadership would consider replacing him, accusing the Chief Secretary of giving dictator-style rulings.
You hit us the Maduro, you understand me? And the Hitlers, and you said you have the final say. Right, you is boss, you is king on the hill, so you have the final say. So all the people and them who went and rally with the people and them, all the people who go out there and come in the meeting and them and vote 100% for Whitey, you want to tell them to hell was all and to hell was all your vote.
McCall was, however, silent about the Buku Mount Pleasant seat, with 3 nominees, including incumbent Sonny Craig, Assistant Secretary in the Office of the Chief Secretary. In a second video filmed in Castara, the Chief Secretary's electoral district, McCall polled residents about the current representative. One respondent criticized the Chief Secretary's absence from the community.
He doesn't even come by in his constituency. He doesn't even really see him. You could try to get him via phone call, don't even answer. So
the same resident emphasized the importance of returning effective representatives.
Right now, he's not really standing up for the people of Tobago. People of Tobago are very disappointed in him right now.
The TPP won both Tobago seats in the April 2025 general election and currently controls the THA with 14 seats after breaking away from the PDP in 2023. The party faces its first electoral test since formation in the upcoming assembly elections, with multiple parties expected to contest. The Chief Secretary has not publicly responded to any criticisms received, only to say that persons are free to express themselves. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, this is Jewel Green George.
The Caribbean film community is mourning the loss of Danielle DeFontana. Her brothers Kes, Hans, and John announced her passing on the Kes the Band Instagram page, remembering her as a beloved sister and pioneer in regional storytelling. DeFontana was best known for the groundbreaking soap opera Westwood Park, Caribbean's Next Top Model, Hit for Six, and I Revive. She served for years as a programmer with the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, and alongside Walt Lovelace captured iconic footage of the 1990 coup. In 2019, she was honored as Arts and Letters Laureate by the Ansa McCall Foundation and the Anthony M. Sabga Awards for Caribbean Excellence. DeFontana was diagnosed with stage 5 renal failure in 2018, and she also had heart surgery last year. Following the dissolution of the House on November 12, the race to conquer all 15 electoral districts on the island has officially begun. Political parties have already mobilized their machinery, rolling out plans, confirming their participation, and unveiling candidates. But inside the Progressive Democratic Patriots, PDP, an unusual and deafening silence lingers. Founder and political leader Watson Duke has remained tight-lipped about the party's intentions, offering no indication of whether the PDP will enter the race. Tobago Updates sought answers from Duke, but the once outspoken unionist and political force declined to comment or confirm the party's direction. Multiple attempts to reach the party's chairman, Sean Ned, also went unanswered. The PDP, founded by Watson Duke in 2016, grew quickly but later fractured amid internal disagreements. Several former members broke away to establish the Tobago People's Party, reshaping Tobago's political landscape and creating a new movement separate from Duke's leadership. 3,000 electricity workers across Trinidad and Tobago are celebrating a financial breakthrough this holiday season following the settlement of a decade-long cost of living allowance dispute. Public Utilities Minister Barry Padarath made the announcement in the 12th parliamentary sitting last Friday. Reporter Jewel Green George has the story.
On Friday, 21st November, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister and Minister of Public Utilities Barry Padarath, Couva South MP, announced that workers represented by the Oilfield Workers Trade Union will receive retroactive payments totaling $131,125,000. The first payment landed in bank accounts November 18th, with 3 more installments scheduled through February 2026.
What this government has achieved is not merely a financial settlement. It is restoration of dignity and fairness to approximately 3,000 workers who were sidelined for an entire decade.
The Memorandum of Agreement signed at 2 o'clock on November 13th between TNTEC and the union addresses cost of living allowances frozen since December 2015. Weekly paid workers now receive an additional $5.75 per hour. Monthly paid employees see increases of $1,050, raising their total allowance to $2,721.36.
Relief for weekly paid workers, a new COLA of $5.75 per hour, raising the total COLA to $15.64 per hour, effective November 20th, 2025, payable from 4th December 2025.
With a regional office on Wilson Road in Scarborough, for Tobago-based TNTEC employees, the settlement represents immediate household relief during the Christmas season.
Our commitment to workers in this country, signed, sealed, and delivered money in their bank accounts in time for Christmas 2025.
The minister also confirmed that estate police officers facing similar allowance disputes will be addressed with the same urgency demonstrated in the TNTEC negotiations. This is Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
Thank you, Jewel. Up next, Guyana named world's top oil producer per capita. Stay with us.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme, One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Guyana has officially secured its place as the world's largest oil producer per capita. A milestone anticipated since 2021 is now confirmed when national output climbed to 900,000 barrels per day. The milestone was confirmed following the ramp-up of production across the Stabroek Block developments. For a nation of just 755,000, the per capita oil output now surpasses every other country, marking a historic moment in its energy story. Guyana's oil production now averages more than 1 barrel per person each day, an extraordinary figure that underscores the scale of offshore output compared with the country's small population. In just 5 years, Guyana has surged from producing 120,000 barrels of oil per day to far greater volumes. To date, more than US $60 billion has been poured into 7 approved projects within the Stabroek Block, underscoring the scale of investment driving the country's rapid energy expansion. Cryptocurrency traders across Trinidad and Tobago will be forced to cease operations following Parliament's approval of legislation last Friday that prohibits virtual asset transactions for the next 2 years. Here's more on the story from reporter Joel Green-George.
The Virtual Assets and Virtual Assets Service Providers Bill 2025 cleared the House of Representatives last Friday by a 25-11 margin, with the Finance Minister giving an overview of the topic at hand.
We are speaking about crypto assets and similar instruments that can be bought, sold, or used like money, but which have not been issued by any central bank.
The bill was passed amid a debate marked by tension after opposition members received over 200 amendments moments before proceedings began.
All of those clauses the members calling out do not exist in the bill. The amendments have not yet been dealt with in committee stage. The minister cannot refer to clause 5 and clause 10. That doesn't exist.
The new law prohibits the purchase, sale, exchange, or transfer of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, until December 31st, 2027. Violations carry penalties up to $5 million, and existing operators must notify the Securities and Exchange Commission within 30 days and shut down within 3 months once the law takes effect. This government says this is a regulatory building moratorium in a near $2.9 trillion global cryptocurrency market.
We are now required to allow the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission sufficient time to establish a robust licensing and supervisory regime.
The government frames the legislation as necessary preparation for a March 2026 evaluation by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. Trinidad and Tobago will be the first Caribbean country assessed under the international body's updated standards. Countries that fail to demonstrate adequate anti-money laundering frameworks risk placement on a grey list, which can disrupt banking relationships and deter foreign investment.
Public identification as being non-compliant. Mr. Speaker, such public identification could place Trinidad and Tobago at the risk of, firstly, disruption of correspondent banking relationships, secondly, de-risking by foreign financial institutions, restrictive measures by multilateral institutions and development partners, reputational damage that undermines foreign direct investment, capital flows, and trade facilitation.
The bill now moves to the Senate for further consideration before presidential assent. The European Union has, however, taken a different regulatory path, implementing a licensing system that allows existing operators to continue while establishing oversight mechanisms. That approach permits crypto activity to proceed under supervision rather than through prohibition. This is Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Reggae pioneer and legend Jimmy Cliff has died at 81. His wife Latifah Chambers announced on Monday. The singer passed away following a seizure and subsequent pneumonia, according to the family statement posted on social media. Born James Chambers in St. James, Jamaica, Cliff helped bring reggae to international audiences through his starring role in the 1972 film The Harder They Come. The movie's soundtrack features some of Cliff's most enduring work, including Many Rivers to Cross and You Can Get It If You Really Want It. Cliff was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010, earned a Grammy in 2012, and held Jamaica's Order of Merit, the nation's highest honor for achievements in arts and sciences. The revocation of a U.S. visa held by a local environmental activist has ignited a social media debate about the freedom of expression and Trinidad and Tobago's support for controversial U.S. military operations in Caribbean waters. These operations have claimed at least 83 lives since September 2025. Reporter Joel Green George has more on this story.
Gary Aboud, Corporate Secretary of the environmental NGO Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, confirmed last Wednesday that U.S. authorities prudentially revoked his B-1, B-2 visa. The U.S. Embassy told him the decision was based on additional information suggesting he may be inadmissible to the United States.
But the recent revocation of my U.S. visa raises concerns about whether foreign powers and our own government are attempting to intimidate and punish civil society voices that take a chance to speak out.
Aboud had been an outspoken critic of the military strikes on suspected drug trafficking vessels near Venezuela by the U.S., strikes against who they termed narco-terrorists that have killed dozens since early September. International human rights groups and the United Nations have condemned potential violations of international law.
The United Nations High Commission for Human Rights has called these strikes unacceptable and demanded an independent investigation.
Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, a senior counsel, swiftly distanced her government from the visa decision, stating in a tweet on Friday that TNT has absolutely no involvement in the U.S. visa policies. She rejected Aboud's suggestion that NGOs are being silenced, calling his allegations, quote, inflammatory, reckless, and misleading, end quote. She has previously made controversial statements supporting the deadly strikes.
We will always support our Prime Minister, always, in a strong, lawful, and effective fight against all lawlessness and illegality, against the drug trade, against the smugglers of guns. Most of the guns are made in the United States, by the way. But we can never condone unlawful killing.
On Saturday, Mike Mitchell, the visa chief at the U.S. Embassy in Port of Spain, posted a reminder on the embassy's Facebook page, quote, "Breaking U.S. laws have serious consequences for visa holders. A U.S. visa is a privilege, not a right," end quote. Aboud said he accepts the decision, but the truth cannot be silenced.
The truth cannot be silenced. NGOs are not enemies of the state.
The controversy comes as TNT hosts U.S. warships and military personnel for joint exercises, and for Tobago, which relies on fishing and tourism, the escalating military activity raises concerns about maritime safety and the potential economic impact if the situation deteriorates. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment, but while wait, you can follow every story, every update at any time. Join the conversation. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Who said the elderly can't have fun too? We're talking good food, proper music, lots of games, and a day at the beach they will never forget. From the time we left the compound at Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, the vibe was already established. Wheels up and seatbelts on. Watch now, when we touched down in Pigeon Point, everybody was ready for excitement. But before anything could take place, we had to secure bellies. You ever play bingo by the beachside? Well, that was the first activity on the roster, and boy did these seniors have fun. However, others wanted something more physical, so we brought out the ring toss, and not even arthritis could have stopped them. Well, I was blown away at how straight these people were. Are you sure this is a home for the elderly? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but nothing beats the song of Good Steel Pan by the shores while we take a dip in Tobago's finest water. Wait, more food again? This is my type of event. The energy was amazing and nothing short of a blessing. Big up Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, because joy doesn't retire, laughter doesn't age, and memories like these last forever.
To a stranger.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
Welcome back. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles warns truth is under threat in Trinidad and Tobago. She says manipulation and superficial politics are eroding democratic values and failing to defend truth amongst the surrendering the country's democracy. More in this report from Martina Salazar.
Speaking at the relaunch of the Dr. Eric Williams Institute for Political Education at the San Fernando City Hall Auditorium on Saturday, opposition leader Penelope Beckles stated that we live in an era marked by misinformation, shallow leadership, and a fading memory of history.
We live in an era where misinformation spreads faster than truth, where charisma is often mistaken for competence, and where leadership is sought very often without preparation, and where history is very often forgotten. If we abandon education, we abandon progress.
She says, forgetting Dr. Eric Williams means losing the nation's foundation, and also warns democracy cannot survive without critical thinking, and vows to protect it.
If we forget Dr. Williams, we forget the blueprint for nation building. If we stop teaching our people how to think critically, we surrender our democracy to manipulation and superficial politics. Today we declare we, the People's National Movement, will not let that happen.
In a statement issued on Friday, the People's National Movement described the new institute as a modern and 21st century relevant version of its traditional party school. This incentive was first introduced by founding father, national icon, historian, and Trinidad and Tobago's first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, and said that the relaunch reflects his enduring vision for political education and nation building. Martina Renales Salazar, Tobago Updates Television News.
Today, the National Commission for Self-Help Limited distributed over $600,000 to 40 recipients. This ongoing initiative is aimed at providing crucial support to citizens across Trinidad and Tobago. 3 individuals received emergency and reconstruction assistance grants, while 37 others were awarded minor repair and reconstruction grants. Here are the details.
The National Commission for Self-Help Limited, established in 1987, empowers Trinidad and Tobago communities through grants and projects, supporting infrastructure, home repairs, and community development to improve quality of life. Chairman of the National Commission for Self-Help Limited, Vishon Ramlakhan, noted that this marks the 38th year of the NGO's operation. While these grants focus on individual reconstruction, the organization has also been instrumental in projects such as building bridges, constructing box drains, and many other community initiatives.
Today, we are investing in the social infrastructure of Tobago by enriching the lives of 40 grant recipients. This has been no easy task, and it has been made possible by the unending support of our dedicated staff who perform their duties in accordance with best practice and continue to put people first.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine noted that these grants can help improve quality of life as they are provided to homeowners to enhance their living conditions.
These grants given out today can provide a sense of physical security. With these grants, we can contribute towards stronger family bonds. We can contribute to better mental health and emotional health. We can contribute to better educational outcomes.
This marks the first of many grant distributions in Tobago by the National Commission for Self-Help Limited, signaling a continued commitment to supporting and uplifting local communities. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
New officers have officially joined the Tobago Division, delivering on a commitment previously made by the police executive. With these additions, the division is now better positioned to respond to requests for manpower and strengthen its presence across the island. Residents can look forward to stepped up foot and mobile patrols stretching from Crown Point straight up to Charlottesville as the expanded team is gradually deployed into various communities. According to the executives, this latest group represents the 3rd intake of officers assigned to Tobago this year. They noted that the recruitment process is still ongoing and the island should expect even more officers in the months ahead. The continued increase in personnel, they added, is part of a wider effort to boost visibility, improve response times, and maintain a stronger sense of safety and security throughout Tobago. Legislation allowing property owners to use deadly force against intruders without retreating will come before Parliament this week. The Home Invasion, Self-Defense and Defense of Property Bill 2025 appears on Wednesday's House of Representatives agenda for introduction, so tabled during Friday's parliamentary adjournment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this House do now adjourn to Wednesday, November 26 at 1:30 p.m. We indicate, Mr. Speaker, that we intend on pursuing the Home Invasion, Self-Defense and Defense of Property Bill 2025.
Passage of the draft legislation requires a special 3/5 majority in both legislative chambers. The government holds 26 seats in the 41-member House of Representatives and expects backing from Tobago's East and West MPs, providing the 25 votes needed. In the 31-member Senate, the administration requires 18 votes and would need support from either opposition or independent senators. More news after this. We will have the weather report when we come back. Stay with us.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica From the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asobas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Haribert, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Lord, I thank you.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme, One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Welcome back. Tobago's track and field community is mourning the loss of Wade Franklin, renowned coach and co-founder of the Zenith Athletic Club. Affectionately known as Coach Baby, he is being celebrated as a mentor and guide to those he impacted. Known for his drive, candid nature, and steadfast commitment, Wade Baby Franklin became a defining figure in the sporting community, shaping athletes across generations and competitive levels. His success is perhaps best reflected in his work with the Paralympic gold medalist Akeem Stewart. In a social media post, the Zenith Athletic Club, to which he devoted his passion and energy, has honored his memory, stating that his legacy of discipline, compassion, and unwavering belief in young people will continue to inspire the club and the countless lives he influenced. Every day we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. For our social media post today, we asked, unemployment, rising costs, and slow tourism recovery are major challenges for Tobago's economy. If you had to choose, which issue do you think is the biggest obstacle facing the island today? 26% voted unemployment, 7% voted tourism recovery, while 63% of you voted cost of living, 4% health care. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. And now we take a look at the weather report from the TNT Met office for the period tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, occasional showers, some of which may be heavy at times, are expected to occur between brief settled periods across Trinidad and Tobago. There is a medium chance of isolated thunderstorm activity. In the event of heavy downpours, street or flash flooding and gust, winds in excess of 55 kilometers per hour are possible. An adverse weather alert yellow level remains in effect. Tomorrow, unsettled conditions are expected to persist with occasional light to moderate showers and periods of rain developing throughout the day. As the day progresses, there is a medium chance of isolated thunderstorm activity, especially during heavy showers. Local impacts may include reduced visibility, gusty winds, and the potential for street flash flooding or landslips. Conditions are expected to gradually settle by late evening. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is forecast to be 29 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 29 degrees Celsius in Crown Point, with a heat index near 34 degrees at both locations. Seas will be moderate with waves near 2 meters in open waters and around 1 meter, occasionally choppy near showers in sheltered areas. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:05 and sunset at 5:40. And that's it for a look at your weather report for the period tonight and tomorrow. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates television news. Recapping the headlines before we go. TPP stalwart demands a full candidate slate. Renowned Trinidadian filmmaker Daniel Defantala passes away. PDP silent as Tobago election race intensifies, and $131 million to TNTech workers settlement. I am Lavian Cupid. Thank you so much for joining us. Wishing you a great night.